Welcome to today's video 5.1 to 5.3 day 2, and this is special solutions and word problems on the back. So sometimes you're going to get no solution or all solutions, just like when we solved equations. And here's what it's going to look like. So if you try, we're going to attempt to solve this and see what happens. So we got 14x plus 5, and then we're going to have to distribute on the right. So that's going to be is less than 14x minus 21. And then if you attempt to solve it, you would get all the x's to one side. So we would subtract 14x, subtract 14x. And what happens on this one is kind of weird is they both cancel. And then just drag down what's left. We're left with 5 is less than negative 21. Now, the question is that true or not? Is 5 less than negative 21? No. So if your result ends with something that's not true, your answer is that there is no solution to this inequality. There's no x you can plug in that's ever going to make this true. Now let's take a look at one where all solutions will work. So we draw our wall, we get 12x minus 1 is greater than, and then we're going to distribute and get 12x minus 6. And then same thing, if you try to get all the x's to one side by subtracting 12x over, again they both cancel, and let's drag down what's left. We're left with negative 1 is greater than negative 6. Now, is that true or false? Is negative 1 greater than negative 6? And the answer is yes. Negative 1 is less negative. It's closer to 0 in the positive numbers on the number line. So since this is true, there are all solutions. Any x you plug in will always work. Okay, so these aren't too bad. If the x is canceled, just see if what's left is true or false. If it's false, it's no solution. If it's true, it's all solution. All right, so let's just try two more of those if you guys want. So number 1, we are going to draw our wall and distribute. We're at 5m plus 25 is less than 5m plus 17. And then if you go to subtract this over, you see they're going to cancel. And you're left with, is 25 less than 17? 25 is definitely not less than 17. So this one is no solution. And then number 2, we'll just do this one more. Draw the wall. It's 1 minus 8s is less than or equal to, distribute, negative 8s plus 4. And if you try to get all the s's to one side by adding it over, they will cancel. And let's see what we're left with. Is 1 less than or equal to 4? And you would say, yes, 1 is less than or equal to 4. So that would mean all solutions work. All right, so I think we're good with that. On the back, we have a couple word problems that you have to set up and solve. They're not really word problems. We're just writing a verbal phrase into an inequality. Okay, so let's try 5. The sum. We've done these before. So when you guys see the word sum, doesn't that mean plus? So the sum of 15 and n is less than, so you're going to put that, oh God, that L symbol, 8. All right, so you set it up, and now we're going to solve it. So remember from yesterday's, draw the wall, minus 15, minus 15. We are pros at this. You get n is less than negative 7. And then you're just going to do a quick graph. So open circle at negative 7, and if it's less, the arrow goes left, so we go this way. And I want to do number 6 also, because this one's going to be a little strange. So this one says negative 3 is greater than, so is greater than is that, And then difference means subtract, so x minus 7. And then to solve, we draw the wall, and you guys would probably add 7, and we're left with 4 is greater than x, which is fine, but did anybody remember that I'd like you to switch the order? You always want the variable on the left. So see if you guys can switch the order. If the x is on the left, you have to switch the symbol, so it'd be x is less than 4. It's much easier to graph because if it's written this way, if the arrow goes left, the arrow goes left. So open circle on 4, and your arrow follows that way. So a little tricky when the x ends up on the right. Just switch everything. Switch the order, flip the symbol, and you'll be good. All right, let's try 7. The product. What does product mean? Product means multiply. So the product means times. -1 times p is less than or equal to 5. So to get p alone, we're going to divide by -1 and divide by -1. And what is our answer? These cancel. We get p is, oh, who remembered to flip the symbol? If you multiply or divide by a negative, you must switch the symbol. So it becomes greater than or equal to. And then 5 divided by -1 is -5. Okay, so we have a closed circle at -5 because when that extra slash is there, you fill it in. And the arrow is going to the right. So our arrow goes to the right. And then down to number 11, number 8's the same, so we can skip that one. Number 8 says the sum. Okay, so sum means plus, right? 4x plus 7 is less than or equal to 39. All right, so hopefully you guys know how to solve this. -7 minus 7, you get 4x is less than or equal to 32. Divide by 4, you get x is less than or equal to 8. No symbol flipping because we did not multiply or divide by a negative. And that is a closed circle at 8, and less means the arrow goes left. All right, that should be enough for today. Thanks for watching.